Hello guys, welcome back to Code 4. In this video, we are going to see episode 5 of Python at your fingertips. If you haven't seen the previous videos, take a look at them before you come here. Now that's out of the way, let's get started.
So first, what are loops? Loops are parts of programming languages which are used to repeat a set of code for multiple number of times. There are two types of loops. For these two types of loops, we'll be seeing how they work, what are the uses, and their syntax. Let's get started. So first, the for loop. Let's comment it so that it does not affect the program. Okay. Then the while loop. First we'll be looking at for loop. There are two main uses for loop. One for x. So here is the syntax for x in range of the number of times you want it to repeat 10. Print x. What do you think this will print? So for x in range is a function that takes the value we given as a parameter 10. So the loop will repeat 10 times. Every time an iteration occurs, the value of x is incremented by 1. As the Python system starts from 0, we'll get 0 to 9 printed. Let's see. So yes, 0 to 9. The other main use is iterating through a list. So we'll create a list with random integer values 12, 45, 67 and 32. Yeah. Now let's loop through the list, printing each and every value one at a time through the list. So for, we'll use another variable, this time y, in the name of the list colon, then print x. So when you run this, sorry, we have to print y because y is the variable in this for loop. When we print this, we are getting 12, 45, 67 and 32 as the order in the list. So these are the two main uses for the for loop. For loop is also called count controlled loop because we're specifying the number of times the loop has to repeat, in this case 10. The other type is while loop, condition controlled loop. While loop repeats for a condition. So we'll use the same example of printing 0 to 9, this time using a while loop. So the syntax is while x is less than 10, that is a condition. So for this we'll declare x here, x equals 0. No, we'll change the variable because we have used x here. So k, while k is less than 10, k equals k plus 1, and also we print it, print k. When we run this, after the list we here get 0 to 9 again. So what exactly is happening here? First we are declaring k equals 0, then we are checking for a condition if k is less than 10. If that is true, we are printing k. So in this case 0, then we are incrementing the value of k by 1, k equals k plus 1. Also guys, notice how it didn't print more than 9. That is because we have checked the condition. While k is less than 10, only then all these occurs. If not, this does not occur. That's why we only get 0 to 9 printed. For a brush up on the syntax again. For loop for a specific number of times, for the variable in using the range function, we are passing a number of times it has to repeat, then we are printing. So automatically the value of x incremented. The next use is for list. For y, another variable in list, print y. We are printing the values of list one by one in the order as they are. Then for while loop, we are declaring k as 0. While k is less than 10, we are printing and incrementing. And also guys, there is another important function that can be used in the while loop. That is called the break function. Instead of using this while k is less than 10 here, we can put while true and then use an if statement. If you don't know what if statements are, they're mentioned in the last video. Go check them out. Okay. use an if statement to check if the k value is less than 10. Then we use the break function here. So yeah, add the colon. Yes, now that's all. When we run this, k equals 0, while true, print k equals k plus 1. If k is equal to, if k becomes 10, we do this. A double equal to should be used. A single equal to is used for assignment, as in here, and double equal to is used to check if k is equal to this. So when we run, we get to see the same result. That is because while true is an unlimited loop. For example, if I print this alone and if I don't add the break statement, it goes on forever until I manually stop, like this. That's why we have the break function. Break function is not used in most scenarios, but they sure are necessary at some times. When you get better and start doing more complex programs, this will be useful.